Hello everybody, we're going to do Pre-Algebra 4.1. Here's your contact email if you wish to order. Classwork for 4.1, Factors and Prime Factorization. Here's the bell work. I want to put this up on your smartboard or on your whiteboard. Let kids do this when they walk in the classroom. Go over it later. Go over it either during class or the next day, or correct it and hand it back. Teachers, up to you. Just 2 points here and just 4 points down here. Notebook slide. This is for notebooks, students, so get your notebooks out. Factors and prime factorization. You found the product of two or more numbers. You will write the prime factorization of a number so you can count the ways to display a firefly collection. Yay! Okay, more notebook here. Another notebook slide. Yearbook. So it's not time yet for that, but if you're in yearbook class, this will be important for you. Arranging photos. How many different ways can you arrange photos? You get into that into this chapter 4 of your pre-algebra. Another notebook slide. Keep your notebooks out, class. You can use factorization to find factors of given whole numbers. This is important here for the rest of this chapter, actually, not even this lesson 4.1, but the whole chapter 4. So here's example 1 for the yearbook. We're back to the yearbook again. Will consist of 24 photos. Because there will be the same number of photos in each row, the number of photos in each row will be a factor of 24. Write 24 as a product of two whole numbers in all possible ways. And here they are. Here's your possible factors of 24. Then here's all your factors of 24. For the yearbook described above. So now we have a part 2 of this example 1. Use the factors to find all the rectangular displays with no more than 10 photos in each row. So we can have 3 rows of 8, 6 rows of 4, 8 rows of 3, and 4 rows of 6. So see, factorization can come in practical usage as well. There are 4 possible displays. Guided practice, write all the factors of the number of 87. And 45 class, you should be able to factor this or try to factor this on your own. So we're going to find the factors here of 87. Here they are. Factor 45 class, factor 45. Oh, here they are. You can check yourself on that. This is what you should have got for 45. More classwork here. Prime number. Good definition of a prime number here. This should be on your classwork sheet. If you order the classwork suite, you'll get this in your classwork sheet here. And then a composite number is a whole number that's greater than 1 and has more than 2 whole number factors. The number 1 is special because it's neither prime nor composite. Here's a cool table coming up. Examples of prime and composites, factors, prime or composite. So we start here, composite, prime, composite, prime, composite. So here's a good example here, and this is in your class worksheet. And then here's a review for your vocabulary. This goes in your notebook. So you put one of these, you take it down on your class worksheet. It should go in your notebook. Prime factorization, when you write a number as a product of prime numbers, you're writing its prime factorization. Another vocabulary word, class. And then you can use a diagram called a factor tree. Yay! Prime factorization now. Here's the vocabulary. This goes in your notebook. You should always keep a vocabulary list in your notebook. Write prime factorization of this number here, a rather large number, 630. And then here's a possible factor tree here. Write original number, which is 630. You start here with 30 and 21. This is a possible factorization. And then we break these down, each one of these beginning factors here. And then we keep breaking it down, and then here's your prime factorization for 630. And then here's another possible way of doing it. You start with 63 and 10, and then you break these down further. Do the same thing. 9 and 7, 2 and 5. Isn't that cool? Then here 9, and then these are prime here. Write prime factorization of 630. So here in review are the two trees that we did for 630. Both trees came up with this here. 2 times 3 squared times 5 times 7. And then this would be your prime factorization. Using this diagram here, this kind of diagrams what you're doing. Now we have our first guided practice. Tell whether a number is prime or composite. If it is composite, write its prime factorization. This one too, class. Here is the factor tree for 420. In your bottom row here is your prime factorization, and then 2 squared times 3 times 5 times 7. That would be the prime factorization for 420. 175. No, you got to do that on your own this time. And then you got your homework here for factors and prime factorization. And you should have this within your suite, within your course suite. Teachers, they should hand this out now, your homework. 18 points for this slide. More prime factorization, prime factorization. (39) prime factorization. Correct this. Write all factors of the number. Then we have a factor, 2 factor trees here. Fill them in. Prime factorization again. So when you order, you can either get the PowerPoint. I'll give you access to the PowerPoint, or you can buy the video. You can get the video. Either way, you get the lesson, and that's 4.1.